Hey, how you doing? Trader Joe's. Now with Charlie, going for a bit of a nature walk. I'm up to that pond at the end of the block, and I'm gonna take him for about 5 miles or so. It's kind of a hazy day. We had a little bit of rain before, but right now it's kind of hazy. The gear, I'm gonna test some gear today. I got these the other day. These are from Keen. They're called Keen ventilators, and so far they're pretty comfortable. They fit my foot really nicely. They're not that cushiony though, but they're very stable and breathable, which is nice. You know, so obviously these would not be good for walking in the rain and stuff like that, because you're going to get wet immediately. But if a day like today, it won't be too bad. And if you did get wet, it would dry out pretty quickly if you did continue to have to walk and stuff. And the tread is pretty nice on it. Oops, trying to keep from falling over. And the other thing I'm going to test is this. This is the other. Remember, I did a video where I had ordered a desert ironwood stick from this guy that's on eBay that sells desert ironwood canes, and he had. I had asked him because I wanted something shorter than a cane, and he had contacted the people that he gets them from in Mexico, and he had some discarded pieces that I guess were not good enough for canes or whatever. So he sold it to me pretty inexpensively, and the one piece I had, I ordered 2 of them. The one of them I started getting a crack in the middle of it. It wasn't even from hitting it. I don't know if there was just a defect in the wood, because it seemed to go along one of the seams. And then, he had asked me how I liked it and stuff, and I mentioned it to him. And he goes, "Oh, you know what? I have another one." And he just charged me shipping for this one. And this is even thicker. This is like as thick as a broomstick. The other one is a little skinnier than that. And this comes up to lower than your waist, on my waist anyway. This is maybe not quite a meter long or a yard long. I would say this is the 3/4 of a yard. And the other thing I'm going to test, or not test, is this. I went out to Riverhead out in the end of Long Island, and there's a mall out there called Tanger's Mall, and there's an Eddie Bauer's store out there, and this was in their discount bin, and I had a 20% coupon. Ended up getting this for like $7-8. It's a stainless steel 8-ounce flask with an attached lanyard holding the top on, so you won't have to worry about losing it. It's kind of a small opening, but I know they make funnels for it and stuff, but I'm just trying it out, and it fits my pocket pretty good. Sometimes I just take a partially drank plastic water bottle and kind of crush it up a little bit and put it in my pocket. But this is a little bit more stylish, and it's from Stanley, and it's got that cool looking green pebbly type of a cover on it, stainless steel. It's very nice, and it fits nicely in my cargo shorts pocket. I got my knife in this pocket, so this way it doesn't bang up against it, and it doesn't seem to bang around too much. All right, so that's it, and we'll just continue on walking, and if I have any more things to add, I'll add it to the video. Alright, I forgot one other thing. Like, the reason why I carry this stick is as I'm walking along down the street over here, you see there's cars and trucks and stuff like that come along as I'm going to be walking along, and sometimes I'm right up against the edge of the road. And the reason why I have the stick is if I need to, I just kind of wrap it around the leash, and I could even push it into the ground to kind of give me like a strong anchor point so he doesn't get too far away. Or I could push it into the wood there, like along a fence or something like that, if I have to. Or occasionally there's even like some wild animals and stuff that could come out. I mean, not right now, but sometimes at night there's raccoons and other types of animals that you never know what kind of behavior they have. you know, you may have to defend yourself against another dog or even a crazy person or something like that. So that's why I carry this stick. This particular one's actually kind of heavy compared to other sticks that I usually carry. Usually I just find a stick as I'm walking along and carry it. But just figured I wanted to get something that was kind of dedicated and I know the strength of it. Alright, if I find anything more interesting, I'll add it to the video. I just noticed something through here. If I look through this fence, straight down, if you can be able to see it, there's a mansion way down there. And there's like an avenue of trees that run all the way down to that house. That's actually called Old Westbury Manor. And it's a huge estate. This fence actually is on one end of the side of the property. The other side is like way down, close to Jericho Turnpike. And this thing goes for miles. It goes for miles that way, it goes for miles that way. It's pretty cool. A lot of movies are filmed at the back of that house. It's got an interesting staircase that you'll see in a lot of movies. And a lot of weddings, a lot of wedding pictures get taken at this house. But they grew the trees in these long avenues, and then they clear out the middle. And some areas, like it actually turns into like a cathedral type of a ceiling where the branches intertwine. It's pretty cool. It's one of those Gold Coast estates from the 20s. And occasionally, as we're going along the side of the roads, I can find stuff like this. These are raspberry bushes, wild raspberries, and they're actually pretty good. I just blow them off. They're very tart. It's hard, that one. Some good ones over here. A lot of times the birds get to these things. Alright, so we've gone about almost 3 miles now. And the thing I do is, see how I have the stick here? I have it behind that leg, in front of this leg, and then against the tree. This way he can't pull it. And then inside that little pouch I have this collapsible water bowl. I'll put that down. I'm going to use because it's kind of warm today. Take some water out of here. Give him a little drink. Give myself a little one. It's not a lot, but it's enough. Just to wet your whistle. He finished it. Good boy. See, so now I don't have to worry about him pulling away because I have his leash around that stick. My legs are holding it. Oh, and these shoes are working out pretty nice. You know, they're not that cushiony, but they feel very stable. Another advantage of this stick would be if I was walking along, and let's say I twisted my ankle, now I have an instant cane to get me back. So, it's good. Okay, before when I showed you that big mansion, it was actually, I said it was the Old Westbury Manor. It's actually called the Old Westbury Gardens. And what it was is, this is the entrance, one of the entrances, the main entrance for people who want to visit this place. And it was built in 1906 by John Phipps, Phipps, I guess for his wife and 4 children. And this whole bit of land going for miles and miles was all part of this initial estate. This guy was extremely, extremely rich back in the early part of, like from 1906 on, you know, obviously before 1906 because he must have acquired his wealth. But, you know, he was one of those like early tycoons, and now people just visit this estate for photographs, and because it's really cool, and there's all these gardens and stuff like that are in there. That's really really interesting to see, and to see how people used to live a long time ago. This is like before we had a lot of luxuries in the world. I'm sure this mansion didn't even have air conditioning and stuff back in 1906. So, it's pretty interesting to think that people used to have this kind of wealth. But because this area over here, this is a prime real estate over here. This bit of land here would be worth billions of dollars, literally, just for what's left of this estate. But this estate used to go for miles and miles. And one guy owned it all. One last look at it. You can see how the trees kind of go down in like an avenue leading up. You can't even see the house. You'd have to keep walking for quite a ways to get down there to see it all. But actually behind us, on this other people's property, this was part of the avenue of trees that led to this also. You can see remnants of, even though it's not been taken care of for a long time. But you can see how there's an opening in the sky. If they turn themselves directly around, it corresponds to that. I found a little gazebo by a church over here. You liked it? Good boy. It's about half done. It's licking my head right now. Well, we're almost back home. We'll be home in a few minutes. As we were going along, I noticed this. Nice way these vines have wrapped around the tree and around themselves. It's pretty cool looking shapes. That's pretty big. Just see the size of it. It's like rope. And so far, these shoes have worked out very well. These are the Keen ventilators. And they're very supportive. They're not very cushiony, but they're very supportive and feel very stable, which I like. I don't like to twist my ankle. I tend to do that a lot, which is another reason why I like to carry a stick or something like that, so I could use it as an emergency cane on the way home. If I was out and needed to, I hurt myself, I need to get back home. And this stick is pretty good. It's nice and thick. It's a little heavy, but not bad. I feel pretty comfortable knowing that it's there. It's not going to fail me. And the flask worked out very well. I finished. Him and I both drank from it a number of times, and now it's empty. And we're almost home, so that's good. So that worked out pretty good, and it's fairly small. It's flat, fits in the pocket. It doesn't seem to shake around or anything or make any noise. And I have my knife in the other pocket there, so it's not hitting into it or scratching things up or making noise. I like to be pretty quiet when I walk. And so that's about it. I hope you enjoyed watching this little walk with us. And we went about 6 miles, and he's perfectly fine. It's good to have a dog that you could go for a walk with, because he serves as a companion. He keeps you out of trouble, and helps the time go by while you're doing it. All right. So thanks again for watching, and have a good day. Bye-bye.